The report this afternoon that the Ravens called the Niners checking on the availability of Deebo Samuel in a trade, and they were told no, at least not now. That's the wording of the report.
That's the key.
Yeah.
No, but that's for right now, which tells me they are potentially open to a June 1st trade. Not saying it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But if you trade him post June 1st, you save a hell of a lot of money doing it that way. This might get interesting, man. Okay, let's just go down this road for a minute. Let's assume they trade Deebo Samuel. What does that tell you about their thoughts for this upcoming season? Does that tell you that they think the window is closed, or like what would they have to get back for Deebo Samuel for you to think, all right, they think that they're contenders this year and they're fully still all in? Because I think trading him for future picks tells you that they don't think they're
not that a player.
Contenders. Yeah,
a player on offense. Not a linebacker, not a defensive tackle, not a defensive end. A player on offense. So it could be another wide receiver. It could be a tight end, not a running back, not a fullback.
I got it.
An offensive lineman.
I got it.
Tell me.
Isaiah Likely in a future pick.
Make the case.
So Isaiah Likely, first of all, is showed to be a really, really good tight end. He's a pure route runner, wide receiver type. A little bit undersized as far as a pass catcher, but imagine pairing him up with George Kittle and then allowing him to eventually replace George Kittle in a year or two. And if you get the future draft pick, I think you can go 2 tight ends with Jennings out on one side, Ayuk out on the other. Obviously, you've got Kyle Juszczyk, your motion man, and then you've got your running stable. I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense. They can't do it for an offensive lineman because the Ravens literally got rid of their left guard, their right guard. They let them walk in free agency, and they just traded their right tackle, which tells me they're probably going to sign some people on the cheap, and they're going to draft offensive linemen pretty heavy in this year's draft. If that is the case, they're not going to trade another one away. So that can't be it. You probably aren't. There's no receivers there that makes sense. They're trying to upgrade at receiver, but Isaiah Likely is expendable because they've got their guy at tight end who was just hurt last year, and that allowed Isaiah Likely to shine. I think Likely in a pick is probably, if it were to happen, the most realistic trade that you're going to get out of the Ravens.
I like it. Lamar Jackson's quarterback rating when targeting Isaiah Likely last season, 147.
Yeah,
he's good.
Pretty good.
He's pretty good. 30 catches, 8 starts. I like that. I mean, you can even it out with picks. But yeah, if you would want someone on a rookie deal, someone cheaper. I like that.
Well, think about that. I mean, you've got Kittle, you've got Likely, you've got Jennings. I mean, talk about third down and red zone options. And Ayuk, obviously, he's got extremely long arms. He's not the big body, but he's got long arms. I mean, you're giving yourself some big targets for Brock Purdy, who presumably, I mean, he's a little bit undersized. So he actually, there are times it does seem like he struggles to see over the line. You get him some guys that are 6'5" running out there. That makes things a little bit easier.
Another thing with Deebo, like he's still really good with the ball in his hands, but his route running has really deteriorated. It's not good. His effort without the ball has deteriorated. It's not good. He doesn't block. He's not much of a decoy. He just doesn't go in motion with the same pep that Kyle Juszczyk does. And if he's not really helping you without the ball, then get a tight end. Get someone who does block and does do something without the ball. That's what's nice about someone like Likely, as opposed to Deebo, who's really not doing anything for you unless he has the ball.
Yeah. Man, gosh, talk about. I mean, that's about as close athletically, as far as athletic profiles go, is Gronk and Hernandez. And we saw what that duo could do. I mean, that was a phenomenal tight end duo. That would be pretty scary, I think, for the rest of the league.
Reek up top says Deebo for Keaton Mitchell and Isaiah Likely.
I would love to have Keaton Mitchell. I would love to have Keaton Mitchell.
Knee injury was nasty.
It was, but also he's very young. I think he'll probably come back. I think that they want to probably keep Keaton Mitchell, especially because they went and got Derrick Henry. I mean, talk about a 1-2 punch with Lamar back there. That's going to be a nightmare to stop.
Herbie Holland says now that Brandon Staley and a couple of his defensive players are now 49ers expect 63 to be hung on the Niners this year in a loss. Well, it's good because Eric Kendricks is gone, so don't worry about it.